purpose so that Jake would know, like, hey, nigga,
He
I
was
took the
holding
dive.
he was holding his left hand so low. I was like, I don't know why he's doing that. He gonna get blasted by this little boy's right hand, and he did. He went straight down like a sack of shit.
All right, we
And even
on.
though he took the dive, I feel like Jake hit him with that little haymaker on purpose, though. You feel me? That's what you get, nigga. All right, so let's get into it. All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises unto our Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Quadash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who grew well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. We're going to get right into it. This is Sons of Yasha Allah camp out here in Colorado Springs. All right. And the title of I want to say this lesson, but this church, us bringing it out, all right, is Prophetical Apex. The Spirit just brought it unto me as I was driving to camp, all right, to have that type of name. Azaraf, you could bring out that etymology of the word apex for me. We're going to go into some of these articles, man, all right, because the prophecy is just jumping out 3D. You remember when you was a kid going to the movie theater, you put on them 3D glasses, you know what I mean, watching Terminator or whatever. All right, that's literally how the scriptures is coming out right now, man. All right, literally every day, every second, boom, 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 notifications here and there. You see what I'm saying? And that's crazy because that's one of the brick nations, you know. In that book that you got, the dry bones, is everything. They, whew, got that gas.
Hey, did you give honors to the apostles? Up?
Yeah, double honors. Yeah, and if I didn't, double honors to the apostle. It was a great millstone. Definitely do well. Con. You know.
I got the apex for you.
Con, if you could bring that out.
This is the etymology of the word apex. The tip, point, or summit of anything, circa 1600 from Latin apex, summit, peak, tip, top, extreme end, probably
say that again.
Extreme end.
Extreme end, go ahead.
Probably related to a pire, to fasten or fix, hence the tip of anything. One of the meanings in Latin was small rod at the top of the flame's cap.
Right. So, as you see in this apex, right? One of the ones that stood out to me was extreme end. All right. So prophetically speaking, we're coming up to that apex, man. All right. We seeing in the spirit, watching as watchmen standing upon our watchtower. All right. Having eyes to see and ears to hear of everything that's going down, because we're supposed to measure down the time diligently. Matter of fact, that's a good place to start right there, a precept, and then we're gonna get into these articles. You see what I'm saying?
Want me to pull it?
Yeah, you can pull it up.
Yeah, just for the moment, just a couple of them. Hit some points.
And I'm gonna bring something out in this book that I got right here. The elders at I want to say they're in Connecticut. He did this probably a month ago. We had the same book, and I was like, yo, let me cop that book, because I got the same author that wrote Unseen Hand. So this is the New World Order, and as you can see, the Great Seal of the United States is on it. You feel me? And this is what they're trying to accomplish. All right, and it's it's here. It's not fully, and they're gonna do it fully to a certain extent, but the Most High is going to cut their plans in half, man.
Got that side.
All right.
This is Second Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 1. Right. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt, verse 2, then thou shalt understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Exactly. Right? So Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai.
Can I give verse 3? Slaki.
Yeah, bring it up.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world.
There you go. All right. How many earthquakes is happening? How many uproars? Damn near in every country that's got these super lockdowns. All right. See, just like Elder Apostle Ramlab brought out a while back, all right, is going to go from lockdown to lockouts, all right? And we seeing that already in New York. Exactly, New York City, 2-3 days ago, all right? And it's crazy because I think I've been to that Applebee's before too. The one where you could go up like 3-4 floors and shit. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, they locked people up for trying to spend money. Your money is no good. Imagine that in Babylon, your money is no good because of a certain agenda that they're trying to push, man. All right? So they're locking him out now. You see what I'm saying? And this is why sleepy, creepy Jim Crow Joe, all right, is talking about in January, all right, that what is he about to do? Is about to be a war, all right, on the unjab, right? Yeah, the unbenescent. I gotta watch my words, you know what I mean?
We got tiptoe around.
Con. You know
I got a set for you too, Up. That bullshit. This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right. And that's the perfect, because that's the spirit. You feel me? Because Zaquan Malchama brought out, all right, that Colorado, the state that we're in, could be the catalyst to bring this shit down, man. All right? There was an unrighteous decree, and it's crazy because y'all be thinking that only Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom be getting these under the curses too, man. All right? Hernandez, back in 2019, was driving an 18-wheeler, and supposedly the brakes failed, right? So this is not his job. They don't do maintenance on their own. The union stopped in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s and all that. You know what I mean? They're getting paid less, all right? They're not training them well, all right? He get his CDL, he's driving, the brakes fail, he end up killing 4 people. They sentenced the Northern Kingdom brother, I don't know what specific tribe he's from, to 110 years, man. All right? And now you got truckers doing a boycott.
That's great. Absolutely correct in doing that boycott. But like my man's who, he's kind of dabbling in the truth. He posted something about it like today, and like as soon as it kind of went up, I went kind of like the post, and as soon as I did it, Facebook had yanked it down. Yeah. So that's a heavy thing. They don't want that being talked about at all.
It ain't on your MCM, your mainstream media. All right? Nobody's talking about this right now. You see what I'm saying? Just like how they shadow banning that, and well, basically the whole case. Same thing with the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, shadow banning that. You see what I'm saying? The main shit that is needed to be looked at and dissected and extrapolated and filtered through the scriptures is the shit that they trying to hide because they know people will start asking questions, man. All right?
Just to speak to on what you were saying about a lot of these lockdowns, man, this is just an image of Vienna. You know what I'm saying? Is that showing, brother?
Yeah, just a little bit down. Yeah, right there, perfect.
Yeah, this is an image of Vienna, man, and soon to be, this will be this is going to be the whole world. But in America, it's going to be much more bloodshed, man, due to the weaponry that's in the armory that some of these, high-level Edomites have here. And some of the Jake, man. You got Jake there running around with assault weapons, man.
Hey, Shalom, Mark Zebulon Warrior, all day. He said, I know the Lord got you, brothers, if Colorado becomes the catalyst. The truck driver was from the tribe of Manasseh, he says.
Okay,
so he was a Cuban.
Brother, so-called Cuban brother, right? See, and that's the spirit because, look, yeah, true. There's a couple of them, there's 2 Cuban spots, eateries, around my father's shop.
Yeah, there's a good amount of Cubans that
made their way down here. That's
too.
Right, man.
Which is a good thing for us to find.
But, so the Cuban brother, remember, Manasseh means forgotten, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, 110 years, that's, man.
For an accident.
Exactly.
Something that couldn't be avoided.
At least manslaughter, but that's back to the scripture that you brought up. It's an unrighteous decree.
Because the Edomite soldier on one of these bases out here could be drunk
Yep.
which is willful neglect,
Yep.
and get maybe 10 years, might get kicked out of the military.
Mm-hmm.
They really had to start enforcing that recently,
Mm-hmm.
because you used to be able to get drunk and drive, and
I knew somebody, back in Alabama and all that, Edomite, 1 year for killing somebody in a drunk driving, and he got probation, like 10 years or 20-year probation after. But still, you see what I'm saying? You're only in jail for one. You get to go back to your family after a year.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's how you know this nigga talking about Esau Edom is the goddamn devil, man. All right. Matter of fact, if we can get that and the beast that came out of the sea, and he had two horns like a lamb but spake as a dragon.
You got it.
I'm gonna bring in some more articles,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna read something out of him. Yeah.
I just want to, not to switch up the subject either, because I'm gonna jump around just over the last 3 days. But speaking on what people kind of was getting at, hold on, let me find it real quick. They coming out now. The WHO, the World Health Organization, is coming out now with they're saying the 9th round of Vanessa. So, it just kind of goes to show you, like.
But this shit's stupid, because I seen somebody post.
It's starting to get real stupid.
Yeah, like they said, okay, in order to be fully Vanessa, right? Supposedly at this point in time, even though we know it's going to change, your first two and then your jump shot, right?
Right.
So there's approximately 8 billion people in the world. 8 times 3 is 24. You need 24 billion, right? Shots. Now they saying in order for them to manufacture that, it would take like some 173 years.
So you're gonna spend 173 years getting this
to even get everybody to take. That's how you know this shit dumb.
It's a precursor.
Yeah. Exactly.
To add on to that, yesterday in Belgium, they had thousands of protesters storm the police station. Yeah. There's a video and all that. You can watch it on our TV. They basically ran up in there and tore that bitch up. So that's what's going on.
And that's a good script to bring up real quick with the not regard the princes and kings. The second header, if you want to.
I got that.
Okay, bring it out.
You want just that verse? You want underneath it too?
Of the Revelation?
Yeah.
You can get both.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Right, so a lamb is supposed to be a peaceful animal, right? But these 2 horns coming out of it, all right, it's trying to show you a horn represents power, and it seems like your Democrats and your Republicans is of the same power, but is of different power, but it's of the same body, right? So,
2 sides to a coin.
2 sides to a coin, but it speaks as a dragon. When you go into dragon, it's dracon, right? Which goes back to harsh animal, and there was a Roman general or politician, should I say, named Draco, all right, that came up with the name draconian measures, because back then, for little crimes, all right, you would get the death penalty for a lot of them. So we're seeing now more and more. That's why the elders say, Esau going to show his horns. This is what it's talking about, man. Not only that he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, but he's showing himself as a dragon, man. All right. Shouldn't regard the princes and rulers. Khan. So yeah, and so you got the one under that up.
Yeah, Khan. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, right, whose deadly wound was healed.
Right. And that deadly wound that was healed, all right, is this, so to speak, Rome 2.0, America. You see what I'm saying? And the beast being EU and NATO, man. All right, and they exercise the same power that the ancient Rome had, right? So we're seeing, and just like how Rome came up and it fell, America came up and it's going to fall, man.
Almost
in a parallel,
like a thousand some years later.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the same thing.
The U.S. military spread thin. You know, they have too many affairs in these other countries.
Spread thin. They don't have the manpower to fight these fights that they picking.
Which is deep.
Really, they ask, their mouth is writing checks they ass can't cash, and they're bullying everybody all over the world, and these other nations is done with it.
It shows that they underestimate their enemies, right, man. You would think that they would save a lot of those CIA officers for Russia, man, or China. But they don't. They're in Iran. They're all over the Middle East. They're in Europe.
So is there still some meat on that, bro?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of meat if you want to break it down. But I mean, I don't want to change the tune if you got something to bring out.
Yeah. Just want to make sure you got what his point was out. This second Ezra 15 and 16. It reads, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings or princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Which, pretty much lines up with that bloodshed that the verse is right. These people, like you saw, they're running up to police stations and burning them down. They're having riots in the streets over these, and you see that a lot more in Europe. They fight in New York. They're not doing that. As much as everybody's like, "Oh, this sucks," because realistically, man, Americans got that like pussified spirit. Yeah, it's a lot of bark, but ain't no biting. But in Europe, man, they clashing with the 12.
Well, they're being made small amongst the heathen, elder, pursuing the Obadiah.
Yeah.
So now they have to. Well, hey, they got this, so we can't really fucking pounce on North. We can't really pounce on Jordan or Yemen or all these countries that we used to just jump on.
That's a fact. So we seeing like that script is coming. What was the Norway, Vienna?
That was Vienna.
And then Belgium,
right? There's several other countries.
Right. And you turn on your CNN, you're not going to see this, man.
CNN their office is currently shut down. It shut down a couple hours ago. I think yesterday night. They shut down
heavy
due to the new strand that's out here, knocking people off, which also they said has tripled like in the last week.
Yeah,
like the case numbers.
That's how you know
through the roof. Everybody's down bad. We're we're like 2 times worse than we were at the beginning. So, you
can't make this shit up, bro.
Con.
But they're purposely trying to bring a civil war, bro.
Yeah,
like you feel me?
Con.
That's
speaking of that.
The Ak has a good sep too. Con. The brother Zebulon Warrior.
Yeah, bring that out, and then I'll get an article that backs you up.
This is Matthew chapter 12 and verse 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
That's right, man. And that kind of brings me to. It's funny. It's straight out the scripture,
that was
man.
5 hours ago. That CNN.
Damn, that's a heavy.
Yeah, you feel me? But the same thing I think I seen on Saturday Night Live. They was like nobody come and all the shows and all that because of this Omarion shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if y'all brother. Matter of fact, I think I put it in the group chat. You feel me? It's straight out the scripture. U.S., NATO, and EU versus Russia, because Russia is asking them, not about the Ukraine shit going on right now. Right. And what's the Most High going to do? He's going to put hooks in his jaws, right, like it says in Ezekiel 38, because and Russia is not a part of the beast, but they are Edomites, and Satan verse against Satan. Right. So you see, so the Most High is constructing all this shit up, man. All right, to get people the gathering of nations, the mountain of truths, Harmagadwan. You want
me to bring that out? Ezekiel 38.
I mean, you can, yeah.
Just a few of these headlines to back you up real quick, man. They're starting to say that, even to be a pro athlete or a rapper is like a straight curse right now, man. Like, if you don't take the sauce, you can't. They're basically putting it to the point where you can't play. You're not going to be part of the system if you don't get into this. On top of what the brothers were saying, the Eurozone is in a state of mass inflation right now. So the Euro's inflated through the roof. The people can't afford goods, let alone man, where you gonna get brand fuck open, man? The people can't afford the goods, let alone are they getting transported? They're having the same issues that we're about to have heavy here in Colorado. But like the brother was saying, Salakia, Russia, the tension with Russia, man, they're saying that Russia and NATO this post Cold War showdown has finally arrived due to all them things that's going on in not only Ukraine, but the shit popping off between like Russia, Iran, and India, and some of them other BRICS nations. Like India doing a lot of posturing. They just launched a nuclear. They was flashing their nuclear capability yesterday.
That's heavy, man. Obadiah coming to life.
Nah, that's and then you know it's spiritual because even on the same RT, I brought it out in my last video, Zion Lions. U.S. had 3 failed hypersonic missile tests, man. That's how you know this country's the shit, man.
Right.
You feel me?
Whereas Russia's launching shit. Oh, and speaking of that too, the U.S. is pushing. They're starting to fly their F-16s into like close to the Russian territory, which is also causing some static. But they'll never speak about that. Like they, the U.S. always presents everything as like, oh, we these victims, we getting victimized, in all reality, they poking and jabbing at somebody to start a fight.
Yeah, you know, and like they say, you don't want to poke the bear.
Right.
And Russia's the bear. Gonna violate. And that kind of remind me that let the weak say that I'm strong, man. Because they're building up their nuclear capabilities, man, to destroy Babylon, which is prophetic. That's what I'm saying. The topic. We are coming up to the prophetical apex, man. The summit, the peak, all right, of all these 2 major prophecies. And that's how you know, because these missiles is not going to be launched until the chip come out. You feel me? When the chip is getting caused, so that's how you know it's right around the corner, because we keep seeing more World War III rumors of wars coming out. All right?
They beating their plowshares in the pruning hooks.
Yeah, you feel me? They're taking all their agriculture budget and putting it into their military budget.
Dulling that sword.
Dulling
that sword out. But to also back you up on some of the things you had said, bro, there's an article here speaking about how a lot of Americans, man, are fleeing like cities that are imposing these things. And they're fleeing to Old Dixie. It's what the article is basically saying. So you got a lot of people fleeing the states like, they're leaving New York and LA for Texas, Tennessee, and Florida, and they're saying that the South basically is in the spirit of like, we got to rebel against this type of tyranny.
Especially that Florida governor. That Florida governor, he out here talking shit to Sleepy Joe all day.
Yeah. So you got these senators, like much to what Akim brought out, that basically the devil is sitting in the room arguing with himself about how to proceed. Where you got Sleepy Joe and his crew that they want to present it in this manner where it's like basically it's like just subtle rape, man. They're just like, it's cool, baby. Lay down and take it. It's gonna be all right. And that shit is not going. And you got a lot of these, so red-blooded Bible Belt, white murderous Christians, so to speak, that are not going for that shit. So there's a lot of them that's gonna push back. That's why same shit was going on in Rome, man. You got that splintering effect going on, that staff being broken. So
pursuing back to Matthew 12:26, the brother brought out.
What's the brother had brought out?
If I could bring this out real quick, I wanted to, this is in the New World Order by A. Ralph Epperson, and it's pretty much of what's coming on to now. I read it to Mac earlier. Remember that little precept that I brought out?
Right.
So it says that the New World Order will include changes in the family. Homosexual marriages will be legalized. Parents will not be allowed to raise their children. The state will. All women will be employed by the state and not allowed to be homemakers.
Which started happening back in the 60s and 70s, where women started basically stopped being homemakers. Things that were actually looked at as like what made women proud, like a clean house or a meal, being a woman, so to speak. Esau stripped them of those joys and made them, look at them as chores. Right? Why you slaving for this man? Why you doing this and that? When you could have old Uncle Sam be daddy. Right. Fuck this.
Probably why their missile test failed. Employing all these women, man. Selected.
Pursuant to the book of Jeremiah, and I shall make a new thing upon the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
That's right.
Right. Divorce will become exceedingly easy,
which it has. The divorce rate, just I think back in 2019, it was like 80-20 in America.
Damn.
20% of marriages are are working out like past 5 years or so.
Monogynous marriage will be slowly phased out. The workplace.
As it is, everybody's wants to be in the streets. And all these women are like men now. They'll talk about their body count and shit.
Yeah, they're trying to get them notches, man.
Straight up. I heard on the song, this place, man.
Yeah.
That prostitute rap. She was like, I forgot. I don't know if it was Saweetie or Doja Cat.
One of them hoes,
you know, and they was,
I hate all the bitches.
One of them toots.
You know,
I can't stand. I mean, they're good to look at.
Yeah.
Like they nice to look at.
Yeah, facts.
But every time they open their mouth, I'm like, man, we had that bitch
straight filth, right? The bitch said, what the bitch say? That I don't care what you look like, nigga. I'm just trying to bust a nut or some type of shit.
See,
anyway,
then they wonder why man gal is a thing. Like men going their own way. It's y'all, man.
You know. So it goes on to say the government will become the owner of all the factors of production. The private ownership of property will be outlawed. Religion.
So your home, your car, all of your assets,
everything,
just stripped away from you right away.
Your bank account. Well, you were going into that earlier.
Yeah. Your bank account, they'll just shut you down. Man. You won't be able to do nothing. Imagine they just show up to your house like, nah, son, like, you know, your shit. The federal government is seizing your shit, and there's nothing you can do. Because I say you going to the green zone. That's okay. Yeah. Okay.
Or your money being no good because you don't comply. Let's say for whatever reason you might have saved like $10K or something for a rainy day,
right?
And you don't want to comply with some austerity measures. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mean
and now it's no good.
I don't mean to slow you down anymore, but remember a couple months ago we was talking about here like, okay, this next shutdown, this impending shutdown, could be the one, right? Not that you know, I'm just speaking as men, but you know, we were speaking on that because of the things that they was trying to basically implement during this shutdown. They was going to go full on with the 5G technology. They was going to do the basically the search for the and now this man is saying, you know, Sleepy Joe's out here telling people like, come next year in 2022, we coming for you niggas. Yeah.
I feel like the test of faith is going to be strictly, you know, increased in 2022, man.
Yeah,
you feel me? It's not a game no more.
Right.
At this point, if you haven't woke up, this shit ain't for you, man.
Right.
We just see you on the second trip if you Jake.
Right.
You know?
Keep wilding in the street. You know, keep twerking. Y'all just gonna be ass out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just gonna be ass out.
Now it goes on to say religion will be outlawed and believers will either be eliminated or imprisoned.
Which, just like you said, about 2 weeks back, you had the Canadian government come out and actually they didn't impose, but they put into like motion a bill, so to speak, for the government to ban the freedom of religion, to have a one world religion. Go ahead, brother, with the rest of that, because I know that gets even more better.
There will be a new religion, the worship of man in his mind. All will believe in the new religion. The United States will play a major role in bringing it to the world. World wars have been fought to further its aims.
And that's that. What that brings to mind, what's that? That he sits in the place of God. Salaki. You know what I'm saying? Roughly paraphrasing, though, that he that sits in the seat of God wants to be God, and that's Enoch. Yeah, he's pushing that vibe.
I know what you're talking about.
It's fleeting me where to find it. Go ahead, brother. Continue with that.
The majority of the people will not readily accept the New World Order, but will be deceived into accepting it by two strategies. The first, those in favor of the changes will have become seated in the very thrones of power,
right? Generally,
without the public realizing that fact.
So they're already basically in a mode where they're starting to, like, you just had this. For example, you just had in the FIFA league, right? One of the biggest soccer league in the world, the organization. Yeah. They just put into motion basically something that could make it. If you don't take this sauce, the team is not obligated to treat you for your injuries, which that's crazy. Like, you on contract, we want you to play here,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't do this, like, if you break your leg out there, like, I hope you got enough money to take care of that, bro.
Yeah, but see, that goes back to what me and Azarab brought out with the ICD codes, man. You're not going to be insurable to these corporations, man. So you feel me? So anybody that hasn't took the Vanessa, all right, is basically a liability to the court, and they'll eventually they're gonna be fired.
And they're starting to be looked at as less than in society, where the media is pushing that. But then again, you got the devil fighting the devil on that.
Because at the end of the day, it's two avenues trying to get to the same destination. They want to get to the New World Order.
Right.
But one part of Satan is like, we want to do this to do it. The other one want to do this to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Like we want y'all.
And they're fighting for that dominant seat.
See, who's going to be the main party?
But realistically,
who's going to be the all powerful?
If you're going to be honest about it, this is Edom's nature, man.
Yeah.
He's coming with that olive branch, like,
oh, that's deep.
I'm here. You know, like, take my olive branch, peace and love, my brother. I'm here to help you with all this nonsense. But he got you tripping if you don't believe he got that knife unsheathed, ready to gut you. That's his nature, man. He wants the warfare, the bloodshed, the people to pop each other off, to be hungry and turn savage, so that he can come in here and try to play the hero role.
Yeah, order up chaos,
right?
Out of chaos.
Yeah, because you're not going to take, most people going to be like, you know, if they come to you, there's a lot of people saying right now, like, I ain't gonna never been to this, I ain't gonna never come here to this, I ain't gonna never do it.
I got a co-worker at the job. He was like that.
Jesus told me
and
no.
And he came to work like this. He looking over. I'm like, yo, you drunk or something, bro? And he's like, nah, I got that shot yesterday. I said, yo, you folded?
Man.
He was like, man. I'm like, and it's Jake Southern kid. I'm like,
you hit him with 10 New York, huh? You folded.
That's like, nigga, you go to jail and you told, dog. Like, come on, man. And not only that, you did it to your house shot. Like, man.
Hey, Salakia, you had me thinking, Elder, that Esau, he spoiled everybody to the point where he can't spoil the other nations really anymore. Israel is the base, so now that's why you got that infighting, which is Satan divided against Satan, because now he got to spoil something.
Which is why his imagery, so to speak, is ruined like worldwide. You know how in that movie, what was it, with the brother who plays
I got that
the
for
Falcon?
you too.
Yeah, grab that for me in just a second. But the brother who plays the Falcon, I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But anyhow, he's in several movies and things. But he's in that movie on Netflix where he's like a super cyber soldier.
We saw that.
Where they asked him, why did they give you this imagery? Well, because Esau done ruined his. It's basically his reaction, his answer. But go ahead and grab that, bro, real quick.
That was a heavy scene.
That's what I'm saying.
Because Jake was unassuming.
Right.
Jake doesn't pose a threat.
Because the rest of the world is aware that E is E, bro. He got that knife tucked. He ready to slice you.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. Who opposeth and exalts himself above all that is called Yahweh's, or that is worshipped, so that he is as God sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is the power.
That's what all of this is about, man. This whole the 5G technology getting linked to everything, everybody having to get these nanobots and things of that nature spread all over you, and the weirdo things they put in this Vanessa, you know, that's what they want, is to be able to know what's in your pocket when you walk down the street, to know the inner parts of your heart, your thoughts.
That's deep, because it says, who is he that exalteth himself?
These are the things that this whole system is being brought down to try and implement. Man. This is E's ultimate goal. And we often speak about how Russia and America are at odds with each other and this and that. But at the end of it, the elites are working together. The elites of E, the top layer of the Edomite society, man, who know who they are and who we are, who have been trying to shut this down for decades. They know what's up, man, and they're in league together. They want to bring about the chaos. Don't you think for a minute They don't want to roll tanks down these residential streets. You tripping if you think that they won't do it.
Especially in Jake's neighborhood.
Oh man, they're gonna shut down because the base is closest to the hood. To be real,
B Street.
The biggest army base in Colorado, the most spoken about army base in Colorado is right down the street. You know, it's like
from all
miles south of here. You got some more on that, bro?
So this is 2 of how people's going to be deceived into taking the New World Order. The Old World Order will be destroyed piece by piece by a series of planned nibbles at the established format. And I got AKA gradualism and Hegelian dialectic. So it goes on to say that the basic tenets of Christianity, which we know is really, the basic tenets of the customs of Israel. You see what I'm saying? Our law, statute, commandment, which were the base for the Old World Order, even though that was never the base for the Old World Order, will have to be eliminated. If the slower methodical techniques of change do not function, violence will be introduced and controlled by the planners.
There you go.
The people of the world will give up their freedom to the controllers.
And some of those nibbles that the brother's speaking on, man. What is it? Like we just had some people go without power for several days in the city. Due to one of those tempests. A crazy windstorm blew through the springs, as the brother was speaking on earlier, with the Lord beginning to visit this place. Right. Man, it was knocking trees over that have been standing for hundreds of years.
It knocked the semi over.
Man,
when I was on the way to work.
Shut down the highway. That was on 25 by where I work.
Can you see that?
Con just pulled over, huh?
I mean, there was way bigger branches than that. I'm talking whole trees, man. Knocked over.
What do you guys? I'm sorry. I happen to have a extra quarter.
I don't know if I have
a quarter.
For the bus.
I have a quarter though. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, never mind. Hold on. There goes a quarter. It's your lucky day.
God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
Lord willing.
Thank you.
Take care.
So it goes on to say the people of the world will give up their freedom to the controllers because there will be a planned famine or some other serious occurrence such as depression or war.
Which the trucker incident is about to slow down the food.
And honestly, I think they purposely gave him 110 years. You see what I'm saying? Because they knew the reaction of the people. Remember, this stuff has been studied. They do in the Behold the Pale Horse, man, right? And economic, it's like engineering. You see what I'm saying? Where you test things, right, in a mathematical sense, but into the economy. All right. So they knew what would happen if the truck. This ain't nothing new to them, to the elite. So they was like, oh, we give this dude, the truckers going to band up together, and then we can see what will happen in this state, maybe, and Lord willing, this be the straw that come off the, break the camel's back, because we trying to get out of here, man. You see what I'm saying?
And this is why this devil gave you the internet and social media, man. So they don't even really have to do that hard search. They could be like, the article was shared this many times in 1 hour, this many times in 2 hours. You know what I mean? This many times in 24 hours. So they know what gets you people, you know what I mean, revved up, so to speak, man. That's deep that you went into that.
So Rob, if you could go to endtimeheadlines.org and read off a couple of the headlines. I know something go hop up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Could I get James 5:1 real quick? Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten, and your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Slack you. If he your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days.
All right, be in them times right now, man. They got all this storage of food, this in their doomsday bunkers. They got this and that because they know where. Look, you got Elon, Jeff, and the Virgin Mobile guy. You know what I mean? They trying to have certain type of things up in the, right under the firmament. You see what I'm saying? Because when they know America about to be destroyed, they know, like Elon always talking about fucking AI. That's why I know he controlled opposition because he contradicts himself. You see what I'm saying?
All the time. Slovakia, they're also Slovakia. They're riding in the Netherlands as well. Just before that brother gets that.
Ooh, I got one.
And you got to still keep your eyes on the green zone, man, over there in where the Arab Spring is, over there in Afghanistan and Iran. They had some air defenses responding to rockets over there, so they may still, they still trying to stir shit up over there. It's just all on some low key shit.
That fits perfect because what I just found. Bring out this one.
All right, so this is a prophecy watch. It came out today. The Amalekites is now prepared to confront Iran with or without the support of the United States.
Which is going to draw the U.S. right into that shit.
The war of words between Amalek and Iran is intensifying. The rhetoric comes at a time when the nuclear talks in Vienna, and that's crazy because you just brought out Vienna with all to stop Iran's nuclear program seeing stalled. Goes on to say that just one wrong move on the Tehran article.
Tehran.
Khan. And it's just some more, but that's basically it.
Yeah, that was the main point.
Yeah, main point. So yeah, so that's how you know it's scriptural. The Most High setting everything up. Matter of fact, let me bring that out in Joel. Bring out some script.
Damn, yeah, this one right here.
Cons.
A
Philadelphia school district is allowing kids to go non-binary without parental consent. So the wickedness has reached an all-time high, man. Those that call evil good and good evil, woe to them, right? So this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Yeah, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down. O Yahweh, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So this is what the Most High is doing. The scriptures are speaking for itself, man.
That's right.
That Levant region, your Middle East, all right? All around there, all right? And we seeing it, we bring it up as these news articles is coming out, man.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Con.
Oh,
yeah, you ain't see that?
They're at an all-time high, bro.
Yeah. And
I knew they purging in Cali, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Woo!
So,
this motherfucker is done, boy.
Remember Yahweh Shah that said that as in the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be, right? So, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 11. The earth also was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence. All right? So, and this is, as you read this, I'm not going to read it, but it goes into how he took Noah, put him in the ark, so on and so forth. So if Yahweh Shah said, right, that as in the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be, and we read of what happened in Noah, the Most High destroyed this, the whole world through water, all right, because of the land, the earth being filled with violence. So we should be watching and to see, violent activity at an all-time high. Didn't they just say 12 major cities had a homicide rate that broke records? All right. Didn't he just showed us out in Cisco, San Francisco, all right, out in the Bay, people are keeping their trunks open because car burglaries is so bad. You see what I'm saying? That they like, look, just don't break our windows because they breaking windows. You see what I'm saying?
That shit's expensive, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have 300, 600,
Yeah.
900 to depending upon how many windows on your shit.
Yeah.
My lady's window got broken the windstorm.
Man. In the windstorm, like through a rocket and shit.
I was hoping my shit. I was praying like, fuck,
yeah, I was outside.
Let go, because I was looking at work.
The Lord throwing trees around.
Yeah.
But hey,
damn.
we got to be thankful for the hell of the affliction, man.
Fell over about
I was heated though. I was hot.
Yeah. I was just like, damn, big ass.
She actually just went and got it fixed this morning, but y'all can check this one out.
Yeah, you're not getting no pay
all that
for
shit's
the Crown
away.
Royale. Yes, right. So we just seeing these draconian measures is ramping up. 2022, we 2 weeks away, man. It's going to be a hell of a year, literally hell, which means or evil means bad time. Hell being the grave or that oppression. You see what I'm saying? That type of bad time that you getting. You know what I mean? Under a condition of basically captivity. When you think about it. You see what I'm saying? Because when one is in hell, like they say, Jake is going through hell while Esau is in heaven, because heaven is rulership. All right? You know what I mean? Because the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, right? So how can the kingdom suffer violence, all right, or heaven, should I say, all right? Because it's talking about a people, man. It's talking about Israel in that instance, all right? And we coming into that position where we're about to be rulers in the kingdom, man. All right, but what has to come first? These birth pains upon the earth, man. Everything gotta basically hit the fan, and we're preparing ourselves spiritually for that time,
That Isaiah 33:6. Man.
See, I'm in Isaiah right here. You see what I'm saying? This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. All right?
That's how you first know the Lord, man. It's through fear. You show love, man. Man. What?
It's just gonna be popping.
It's gonna be popping.
Yeah. So that's a good
kid and you don't even know.
That's a good alternative news source for to stay on.
I didn't even know about this one right here.
Controversial.
That has made the video topics way easier.
Yeah, way easier. Yeah. So, but yeah, so as we really seeing this time and everything is happening, you know what I mean? Hoping that this truck boycott comes into play. Everything with but they ramping up the 5G in January. All right, they're using Omarion as a scapegoat. You see what I'm saying, for the deaths of the jab, the Vanessa. All right, and that we gonna see mass, man. We gonna see so much death, man. Matter of fact, let's
yeah, it's gonna be wild, man. Out here.
Yeah,
it really is.
This is Psalms 91. It's like the author is bringing out. Starting at verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And see that a snare is a trap for the bird, of the fowler, right? I mean, and so setting up all types of traps, man. All right, but he's going to deliver us from them. A trap could be your job forcing the shit, things of that nature.
That's the rocks and they warn to them that declares unrighteous decrees, man. You know what I'm saying? Those evil and wicked instructions that are being handed out to the people these days, man.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. All right, so this truth is what's going to save you. We just read in Isaiah, this wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times, man. The truth is what's going to a block, right? A shield blocks is a defense mechanism to block the offensive, arrows, so to speak, the sword and all of that, right? Which is Esau. Look at that. A shield in the ancient times blocked the sword, right? Attack, right? And the Most High sword is Esau, man. So this truth is really what's going to save us, from the Most High using Esau with left hand energy from what we going through, man.
The Lord basically says, roughly paraphrasing, that He's a strong tower. When you're in the tower, and the men with swords are on the ground, can't really do shit to you, man. You looking down like, well, what you gonna do, nigga? Dump this shit over on you, man. You in the tower of the Lord, you good, man.
Hey, Shalom. I think that's Yadazak, the Kingdom Thoughts.
Yeah.
Shalom. He said Ecclesiastes 12:1-7. Akia. I gotta set this to land back off what you're saying real quick while you grab that. This is 2nd Esdras 15, and I'm gonna read 4 and 5. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Right. And faith is what, right? The evidence of things,
substance of things hoped for, belief in things not seen.
Right, exactly. So if you don't have that, it's over for you, man. You're gonna die in your unfaithfulness, man. This faith is what keeps us going, man.
Con, hey, that precept, blessed are they that are he that believe without seeing. Because the Almighty Yahweh, He don't get off the throne and appear to nobody individually. Yahweh Shai ain't cracking the clouds and be like, hey, brother,
This is just kind of speaking on what these brothers were saying, man. This is Psalms 23. We'll start at 1, and it reads, Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh to lie down in green pastures. He lieth beside me the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for His name's sake. All right. Ye that I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table for me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. That's the goal, man. Like, Lord willing, that gave me, like, I got emotional just reading it, man.
23, bro. You can't go wrong with that.
Right, man. That's in all reality, like, when shit is getting dark and it's all bad and everything is going to shit, like, remember that, and that same with that wisdom and stability, like, man, for some brothers, you might have woke up yesterday, you better get ready, all right? And for some brothers,
prepare thyself for temptation,
right,
man. That hour of temptation, Revelation 2 and 10, man. You see what I'm saying? Which is really when they start pushing this chip, man.
right.
All right, like you said, it's just a precursor with this yob, man. All right, and we have to go through hell, man. Really to reach heaven.
And that Psalms 91 that you brought out is a good one to remember on too in those days to come, man. Matter of fact, quick testimony, man. My dad, when he went to Iraq in the early days of the invasion, when a lot of motherfuckers were still getting killed a lot, you know what I'm saying? Before he left the wire or the fob, Psalms 91 every time. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't even in the truth. So how much more a man of the Lord with works, man, and true faith, man.
What's the name? That scripture you brought up, shot down the unfaithfulness. Was that in
2nd Esdras 15 and 4 and 5?
Yeah, that's I was just reading that. Yeah, because we get into some. See, matter of fact, that's what it was. 2nd Esdras 15, because we basic 2nd Esdras 15, 2nd Esdras 16, Matthew 24. The whole book of Revelation.
Parts of Obadiah popping right now.
Yeah,
right. The book of Acts.
Yeah, the books of Acts. Yeah,
We're still in Daniel.
Where is it at? Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? For because they're proud, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So we just read in the New World Order that a planned famine is what they at least want to bring out. And the scriptures now was saying because of lack of bread is why all these things is going to happen and for great tribulation. Great tribulation, Jacob's trouble.
There is going to be a great tribulation, right? Like we speak on it all the time. They don't. One of the nicknames for the doctrine is the doom and gloom, right? The doom and gloom. But the Lord is not all doom and gloom, man. He's going to protect it. He still loves Israel.
Yeah, he said, "Comfort my people with these words." You know what I'm saying? And it is a comforting thing. You see what I'm saying? That us bringing out the good news, man, the gospel. You see what I'm saying to Jake? You feel me? But 2/3 ain't gonna get it.
Exactly. We've reached that point where it's like, all right, nigga,
going to
Zechariah. Get the fuck up the street. Excuse my French, but you wasting everybody's time over here. But there is I want to mention too, like there's a side of this that's gonna suck. But for those of us that have faith, man, it's not gonna be, it's gonna be bad. But the Lord, he gonna have you, man. Let me get this real quick. This Psalms 34:9, and it reads, "Oh, fear Yahweh, ye his saints."
His saints are the Israelites.
Right. For there is no want to them that fear him. All right. Like Brother was saying, man, what's to know the Lord? To be in fear of Yahweh, man. To have that. We are out here.
Yeah, the fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Exactly.
Right. In fear.
You know what I mean? So you're not going to have want. Just like it says in Psalm 23. You feel me? I shall not want. You see what I'm saying? Because the Most High is going to give everything sufficient for thee. My servants shall eat, but they shall be hungry. My servants shall drink, but they shall thirst, man. You see what I'm saying?
Down
to
10. Catch you up. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek Yahweh shall not want any good thing. All right. So to be honest, like women, wine, food, they're gonna be in plenty for the saints, man. Yahweh's gonna make a way.
Right. And see, Jake is always referred to, as kind of like a lion. So to me, it sounds like the 2/3. They gonna wait. Read that again, now.
The young lions do lack and suffer hunger. But they that seek Yahweh shall not want any good thing.
Right. So the hopeful elect, the governing body, the 1/3, they gonna eat. But the young lions, the rest of Jake, they gonna hunger.
Don't want to hear it. So how, and as you said, it goes on to 11, Slakia, and it reads, "Come ye children, hearken unto me. I will teach you the fear of Yahweh."
Right.
What man is have that desireth life, the loveth many days, that he may see good. Keep thy tongue from evil and thy lips from speaking guile. Depart from evil and do good, seek peace and pursue it. The eyes of Yahweh are upon the righteous, and his ears are upon their cry.
So them children is like those little ones, man, and that's symbolic for the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? If you have heard one of these little ones, you know what I'm saying.
That believeth upon me.
Yeah, that believeth upon. Right. So it's talking about the elect. So children, come unto me, and I'll teach you to fear the Lord. You see what I'm saying? So only the elect is going to really fear the Lord.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And it's got to be a special spirit, man, that the Most High puts upon us when that time comes. Right. Well, which is starting now.
And if you don't have that in the coming time, then Yahweh's basically, man, as this next scripture reads, he's not giving no shits about you, man. All right. The face of Yahweh is against them that do evil. So the 2/3 who all want to be down with the heathen and the heathen as well. The Lord's against them, man. All right. Salakia is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and Yahweh heareth and delivereth them out of all their troubles.
Right. You see? And what's the time to come? Jacob's trouble. Right? But ye shall be saved out of it. That's in the same verse, right? So just right there, saved out of all our troubles, man. The main trouble we trying to be saved from, you see what I'm saying, through the strangeness of our salvation, getting and putting them chariots. You see what I'm saying? Is when Jacob's trouble finished, you know.
This Salah. Yahweh is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivereth him of them all. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate righteousness shall be desolate. And Yahweh redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there.
Yeah, so you got to trust these words when he says he's going to deliver us, man. When I was driving down here to camp, and I'm just thinking, like, yo, we about to come in some crazy times, man. Yeah. And it's going to have, like I said, it have to be a special spirit that the Most High puts on us. You see what I'm saying? In order for us to endure until the end. You see what I'm saying? Right. So he's not going to make us desolate, man. That faith got to be strong. Pray for endurance. Pray for faith. You see, pray for strength. All right?
Brother.
More wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You see what I'm saying? You know, because it's just, you can't say more enough. Yeah, we might be repetitive, but that's, that's how you get it. You see what I'm saying?
I got a repetitive set for this brother right here, too. Because the Most High repeats himself, man. Meaning what? You should get it if you have the ears to hear.
Like, touch my brain. You know what I'm saying? The quickening, bro. It's real. I got several right now. Go ahead, bro. You got one?
This is Zechariah 13:8, and I'm going to read 9 too. And it shall come to pass in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
That's right. That third. That
Verse 9.
Third is the elect, the 144,000 men that chosen from the 12 tribes of Israel, right? And then that 2/3 is all the other jakes that either heard this and rebuked it or chose not to be part of, they chose to go the heathenistic way. They chose to go, the death by pain way, so to speak. They were not chosen to wake up. Is there more on that, bro?
Yeah. Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
Man, those many afflictions, man, the baby mama drama, the being accosted by one time all the time, the being down bad and coming out of down bad neighborhoods. Your mom's is on drugs, your pops is on drugs, you know what I'm saying? All the woes that plague Israel, being on a reservation your whole life, drinking hairspray to get drunk. This is all things that the Israelites suffered in Babylon, man. All right, they're victims of these things. Is it good, bro?
Something just happened. I don't know why. Y'all tell me if y'all can see. I can't see on the. I don't know why the camera kind of just went out like that. That's weird. Let's see.
So I'm trying to pull it up. Real quick.
Front camera.
Lucky if y'all can't hear us, bear with us.
All right, we good.
We good?
Yeah, we got
All right, come.
technical difficulties, Salakia.
It's just Satan, man.
I got just a little bit to finish off.
Go ahead.
And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power.
Straight up. And see, that's what's happening right now. We're coming in the land of our captivity, like in the book of Baruch. We're remembering ourselves. You see what I'm saying? We understand who our power, man. And at this time, he's starting to tell us, y'all my people. We are Israelites. We're not no so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, man. We're of the tribe of Benjamin, Judah, Issachar, Naphtali, Asher.
Right.
The Most High putting that flesh on those dry bones, man.
Yeah, man.
To causing them to stand.
37 happening right now.
I got another set, but it's just like the brother's been mentioning, man. We coming into that time where, like, just in case you did wake up yesterday, like, man, we got to stay prayed up now. Like, you got to pray every day, and ask the Most High, like what we were saying, like on the way in the car, just hoping and wishing that you can, just get through this thing, get to the kingdom. So like, let me read this real quick. This is Matthew 6:5, and it reads, "When thou prayest, thou shalt not be thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and the churches and all of that, and on the corners of streets." We on the street corner, but we're not out here, singing church hymns. We singing a song, the good song that no one wants to hear, but we're not doing that. That they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, when thou hast shut the door, and pray to the Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do. So to do the over and over type of prayers, it's literally telling you not to
10 Hail Marys and shit.
Yeah, all that dumb shit.
Which Hail Mary with the Queen of Heaven? Like, come on, man.
Well, and the Most High said too that the prayers of the wicked, they fall death on his ears.
Yeah,
so,
and then to the 2/3, he that turneth his ear away from the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. So if you're just dismissing the prophets,
right.
You feel me? The true doctrine of the scripture. When you pray, Lord, Lord, and your
calamity comes, roughly
paraphrased, he gonna laugh and mock at you.
Salaki. For they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking, but not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. Right? So going into these times, man, we brothers is already like mentally, you looking at your cupboard like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but in the back of your mind, you're like, Most High got me, man. It's gonna work out, Having that faith to just be like,
and that's Jake's mentality, man. Esau, he sees bare cupboards. That motherfucker gonna string himself up, man.
Or go shoot a nigga down and gnaw his leg off. Salakia.
They ain't opposed to that cannibalism.
This down to 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into y'all brothers know what it is. But just getting at it, man. Like, we gotta stay prayed up, man, to get the hell up out of here. It's high time.
Well, how shall command us to watch and pray, man?
Hey, can I land back, Elder, real quick? I got something. Hey, the elder Apostle Gabar, man, he prays this Psalms 51 every single day, man. So how much more should we, if this man is 30 years plus with Elder Tahar and Elder Rob Love and Rakad, And Elder Rakad is an elder, man. Y'all need to get that straight, man. He is an apostle, man. This is Psalms Salakia.
I was just saying, I'd like to hit the prayer of Vanessa too, man.
Yeah,
all the time, like just kind of get it and be like,
because those that are not sick needed no physician, man.
Right.
Prayer of Vanessa, you feel me? He would humble himself and acknowledge his sins unto the Father, man. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't deserve this. Because I've sinned against the Lord, I will bear his indignation, like the prophet Micah said, man. And Apostle Gabar always bring that out.
Our filthiness is, or our righteousness is
filthy rags.
To paraphrase the script.
So this is Psalms 51 and 11. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me.
That's right, man.
Restore unto me joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit.
And since you spoke on Elder Apostle Rakad, you feel me? He just brought out
Gabar is the one that always brings that one out.
Nah, yeah, I know, but
Rakad, okay,
Rakad, I was just saying, he said he made 2 videos today, and I watched one of them, and he was basically saying, this is a time for us to be joyful, man. You see what I'm saying? To bring us back that joy of our salvation. We about to get took out of here, man. You see what I'm saying?
One way or the other.
Yeah.
We are going home.
Yeah, So just that, that y'all got to get that depression demon off of you, man.
Right.
That gloom. You see what I'm saying? That Like as if
them principalities, man.
Yeah, like we going through a spiritual war. Yes, we're getting help,
You
but
know,
that's part of this thing, man.
You know,
See
like,
what I'm saying?
Slack, Malcolm used to say this thing. He's even said it at camp several times. But like, you know, guys, when he was in the military, he would be like, God, that little girl needs to sit down. She was drooling on the wings. Maybe she's special. But Malcolm would say this thing, man, and it kind of just it stuck with me. Where he would basically say, like, guys go to the military and, you know, you basically go and all, like we talked about before, how, like, you go and you have all these ideas of what it is, you know, brother.
Time.
And then you get out, you like, man, fuck the niggas.
Yeah.
But as you get down to those
Time.
last, like, couple weeks you in, like, dudes be counting down the days. So when you get to, like, single digits, you know, they be like, yo, bro, how many days in you know, how many days left you got? Dog be like, man, I just got here. I got like 3 years, you know.
Hey, I just finished clearing, man. I got 3 more days,
like,
man. I just finished clearing. I just finished clearing.
Yeah, you like, yo, that sucks, nigga. I'm a single digit midget. Like, and they would be geeked about it because they going home. You know what I'm saying? They going home in like a couple days.
So they get to be what? So-called free. You know, we're not free in this society, but
So
they get to
like,
have some of the rights back. Man.
We got to, like brother said, you know, we got to get in that single digit midget mode. Like, we about to go.
Con, that's the spirit, man. That's the
We've been on
spirit.
the front line, busting for so long. Brothers that died out at camp. Brothers that witnessed
Horrific shit
at camp. Brothers that witnessed atrocities in life. You know what I'm saying?
Scoffed at.
Right. Scoffed at, mocked, shot at, fought, jumped,
put in derision.
Right. You know, arrested,
That's
accosted.
deep.
He ready to go.
Hey,
home.
Esau and the heathen, you know, realistically, and they the motherfuckers taking the oath of enlistment. They just about to start that contract, man. They raising that right hand like, yeah, I did that shit.
They the dude coming in, and we like, yo,
peace out, nigga.
You know, we got all the experience, all the shooters is with us, and we going home. This about to be their shit, and the enemy just re-upped. You know, they just recuperated and recruited new youth, and they about to hit them niggas with full force, man. Salaki, I don't want to get off task. You still was on something?
I was just like, you know, bringing out them articles, and that's what we want to break down, like, you know what I'm saying, a couple of like chapters or something like that. But because the prophecy, like the topic, right? Prophetical apex. You see what I'm saying? Remember, matter of fact, that's a good one right there.
The brother Jeremiah on the group chat said, inside a refractory for a couple Catholic priests yesterday, and I could feel inside the place nothing but pure wickedness. Because the Spirit of the Most High doesn't dwell there. The Spirit of the Most High doesn't dwell in tabernacles made with hand, man.
I grew up
As the prophets say it.
I grew up mainly, like, my grandparents kind of raised me and my siblings from a young age. We grew up in the Catholic Church, man. I'm saying every time I went in there, I was like, this ain't it.
Well, the songs they be singing, man, that wicked like I don't even sound like that, bro. It's not in our spirit, bro. That should be wicked, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit is creepy, like The Exorcist, bro.
Mass means death, you know.
Yeah.
So
always be like, what is going on in here? They got white Jesus looking at me, Cesare up on the. Then you find out it's Cesare. You like, I don't even want to set foot in the Catholic Church. Really.
You wonder why all the little boys is behaving all awkward and shit.
They got the Korean Jesus down the block.
Yeah. You know.
I'm like, damn, bro. Why he look like Moab? What's going on in here? Bugged out.
I do have a little something to bring out since according to the topic. This is Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. We'll read a little bit more. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables. He shall serve among great men and appear before princes. He will travel through strange countries, for he hath tried the good and evil among men. He will give his heart to resort early to the Lord that made him, and will pray before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer and make supplication for his sins. See, and that's why you talked about prayer of Manasseh. You know, he made supplication for his sins.
Right.
All right, so as these prophecies are unfolding, we got to be heavily in tune in prayer, man. Pray without ceasing. That's what the scriptures say, right?
Give him no rest.
Man, you got weak niggas that be just be in the spirit of like, I ain't gonna get down with this because like my life been hell, dog. Like, you know, like they just too cool to humble themselves. You know what I'm saying? They be like, I'm not gonna mess with God because God ain't never done this or that for me or yada yada. Man, these niggas are fools.
And the sad part is, if you heard brothers' life stories, man, every brother's life is hell,
Right.
man.
But the Most High he's like a stern father, man. Proverbs 13 and 24 says that he that spareth his son the rod hateth his son. Right?
Spare the rod, spoil the
If you
child.
if you don't whoop your son or chasing him or put him through the fire like you said, you know, like you was reading that us going through the fire to get all that drugs, you basically raising an Edomite in 2020, man. 2021, man.
Come on.
All right?
Dark-skinned
You got a
Edomite.
teenage Edomite with a perm who's smoking weed, cussing his parents out, you know, crashing the whip, drinking, never going to school. That's what the end result of not spare. And then they be like, oh, but he's a good kid. Man, that nigga's a demon, man. It's a straight monster. And that's what happens when you don't bust your kid in the chops a few times, man.
Well,
I'm saying you gotta knock his fucking teeth out, you know. I ain't advocating that, but well, shit, I shouldn't say that because the scripture saying if the nigga that bad, put his ass to death.
Con.
That's the real
He grabbed it, Con. Elder. That's what's up. Little nigga don't want to
Real
listen.
little
Kill his
nigga,
ass, boy.
That's giving
Got
his
me looking bad out here. What's wrong with you? Spirit
Sully in
world.
my last name, man.
Right. Send your ass to the spirit world. Restart.
I was going to jump down to verse 19 and go down. It reads, the works of all flesh are before him, and nothing can be hid from his eyes. He seeth from everlasting to everlasting, and there is nothing wonderful before him. A man need not to say, what is this? Wherefore is that? For he hath made all things for their uses. His blessing covered the dry land as a river, and watered it as a flood. As he hath turned the waters into saltness, so shall the heathen inherit his wrath. As his ways are plain unto the holy.
We was just talking about that.
Come.
You know, that switch up. Like, oh yeah, y'all coming in.
Uh-huh.
You better strap your helmet on.
Buckle that chin strap,
Yeah,
homie.
straight up.
As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
That's right. That's right.
For the good are good things created from the beginning.
So from as easy as it is for us to see right from wrong, 1, 2, 3, ABC, these niggas is like in dyslexia mode. They looking at it like, yeah, I don't know, that's not my Jesus, bro. Straight up. I eat shrimp and pork and bacon, and God said it's cool. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man.
Exactly.
They saying A plus B equals G instead of C. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Makes no sense. That's the pseudoscience shit, bro. That's what these whole system, for the most part, is built on bullshit, pseudoscience, and lies, man. And blood. At the root of it is bloodshed, murder, rape, and robbery, and they stacked on top of it. You know, they sins now done reach the heavens to paraphrase.
So it goes to say, for the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. All right, so from the beginning, he made vessels of destruction, vessels for his wrath, right, and vessels of mercy, you know. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly. So to the sinners they are turned into evil. And then that makes me know, you know, my servant shall eat. We're going to have the principal things of life in Jacob's trouble, Lord willing, man.
Right.
You know?
Let's talk about before with the good things.
Yeah.
Like Brother just read, all those things are good.
Yeah.
With wine,
and are needful amongst Jake, man.
You gonna have all the things, all the
honey
things
milk
that you need.
The blood of the grape. We gonna have wine.
The yarn,
yeah, you know, the yarn.
Like, yo, pour it up.
Wow,
and all those,
there's fire all over the place.
And that's deep because all those things spiritually represent something, like Jake being the salt of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So you need to learn from the salt of the earth, which are the apostles and others on down, man. You know what I'm saying? The blood of the grape, the grape that was spared, being Yahushua, man.
True. Yeah, the water, that living waters. You know, the fire. The Lord is a consuming fire.
And then
iron,
one day you get that rod of iron.
Is the sword. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, clothing, put on the garments, righteousness, basically. You know, milk being, you know, the first oracles of the Most High. You know,
how you get the understanding.
You know, the flour of wheat. Remember, it's got leaven in it, and in the parable, Yahushua was like, what's the name? The kingdom of heaven is likened unto leaven, and all of that. Basically, the truth, you know, rising up, going everywhere, and all of that. And I'm gonna read about 3-4 more, and then I'll be done with it. Verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
That's right.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. You know? So, yeah. So, you know, we just coming into, you know, some very, you know, very difficult times. The Most High is going to be here for us. We're coming into that apex, man. Like I said, they're going to bring out these CBDCs, I feel like they're going to bring that digital currency out 2022. I speak as a man, but measuring the time diligently, I really see this economy crashing through, you know, the planned famine, the this and that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? Scripturally, you know what I mean? This year coming up, man. You know, and then when that happened, 9 times out of 10, right after that, they're going to bring out that MOTB. You feel me? And then just like Elder Apostle Tahar said, you see what I'm saying? It's going to be a small window of time. You see what I'm saying? Until the missile, he said time is going to go, you know, like this, when that chip, they start pushing that chip, man. You see what I'm saying? So when that chip, we should be rejoicing. You feel me? Because we know literally we at the end. You see what I'm saying? You know?
The climax of the movie, man.
Climax, right.
Apex, man.
Yeah, exactly, you know? Anything else, we could probably conclude out.
I got Slovakia. I got just 2 I wanted to give real quick.
Come.
Rattle it off. Matter of fact, will you grab me one? Will you grab I want to say it's for you should know it was a prophet among you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Grab this real quick. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Hold it. You'll be the last one. This is I'm gonna bring out. This is Hebrews 5, and I'm gonna start at 11. All right. Of whom have many things to say and hard to be uttered, seeing ye are dull of hearing. All right. To the 2/3 of Israel, niggas. Okay. Y'all gonna die. You understand? Death. That's all that is coming for you. So, like we were saying earlier, twerk, nigga shit, you know, hang out with the heathen, do all of that. Death.
Calling all the tribes, man. Do your cartel shit, right. whatever y'all long, bro.
Ain't none of y'all getting out unless you speaking on the name. All right, Slovakia. And that may not even be enough to save you, man. The works may not add up. You know, you may not weigh enough.
It's simple. If you was created to be the elect of that first fruit church,
blameless.
You know,
as the scripture said. Slovakia. It's down to 12, and it reads, For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, all right, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, all right, being the elders on down from, from the One West camp all the way down, trickled all the way down. No, you can go further than that.
Keeping the Lord says commandments, learning the truth, going out and teaching it.
The whole 9. That's the whole 9 included. You know what I'm saying? Slovakia. and are become such as have need of milk and are not of strong meat. For one that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use their senses exercise to discern. And remember we brought out what discern was about like last week, to be able to have the judgment of like, this is what it is and this what it ain't, you know. Salakia, to bring out the discernment of good and evil, all right, which is what we come out here every weekend and do, man. Come out every weekend, we bring you news updates, things that are going on in the world, being watchmen, as we've been commanded to do on the streets and hedges and corners, you know, of Babylon. Go ahead and grab that.
If I can before this, can you bring up the etymology of decision? Apostle Ramla brought it up, and I feel like this is a good point to basically what he's saying. Because we had a point now, hey, decide, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You in or you out,
you know, straight like that.
Yeah, we single digit midgets. But we got one last hurrah to shoot it out. And some of us going home in a box.
And some of us going home in spaceships.
Right.
God.
We'll catch it. We'll see everybody on the other side.
This is the etymology of the word decision. Mid-15th century, act of deciding, from Old English decision, from Latin decismen, normative decisio, a decision, settlement, agreement, noun of action, from past principle, stem of decider, to decide, determine, literally to cut off, from off, to cut. And if I go down here to the nouns, the act of making up your mind about something, a position or opinion or judgment reached after consideration, boxing a victory, don't really count, the outcome of a game or contest, the trait of resoluteness as evidenced by firmness of character or purpose.
Yeah, so notice, what was it, the judgment one?
Yeah, Con, that's the second one. A position or opinion or judgment reached after consideration.
Right, so we considered, we was Israelites, right? The Spirit bearing witness that we are the sons of the Most High, power, right?
That's right.
You know, and Con, right?
All right, we didn't get mad no more.
Most High just shut his ass up. Like he thought about it, and then he was like, nah. The Most High took his damn breath away. Shut your ass up, boy.
A few years ago,
you like, fuck you.
Right. So believing on like Yahweh Shai, it's damn near, you know, if you're the elect, you're sealing your judgment because of you considered what side you was trying to be on. So that the compound word day is of, incision to cut off. So you're the cutting off of, you feel me, in your mind, you know, which goes back to, like you said, with the discernment. You see what I'm saying? You know,
to make a decision between right or wrong,
right? Straight up
with wisdom and understanding behind it,
and a lot
of what the scriptures,
right? So unfortunately, those that took the Vanessa, you feel me, of Jake, you feel me, you decided, you cut off the Most High, and like literally with that what is it? DTG2 gene, no, VMAT2 gene that they say that is in religious fanatics. Basically, you see, like, it cuts it off. You see what I'm saying? Makes you docile,
right,
you know?
Right.
But to close off,
I got a set for you too.
Come, bring it out.
Because decision is, there's synonyms for it. This is Jeremiah 24:15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you or decide, decision, you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh.
We're gonna serve Yahweh, boy.
Right.
That's right.
That was perfect. I had to bring it out.
No, that was And before the Ezekiel, this Revelation 22:11, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still.
Dirty
And
fuck.
he that is righteous, let him be righteous still.
Lord willing.
And he that is holy, let him be holy still. All right, so you're gonna choose. You want to like the gods that you want to keep worshiping Caesar Borgia. You want to keep worshiping Allah, the moon rock, and all of this nonsense. Do what you want to do, man.
You want to keep going to Travis Scott concerts?
Yeah,
go right ahead.
All of these concerts and shit, man.
Go right ahead.
So this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33. I want to start a little bit up. Verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still
as much as you want to deny and lie,
the children of thy people still are talking against thee.
Like Malcolm always says, you gotta prove that you're not Esau.
Yeah.
You don't have to prove to y'all that we're the children of Israel.
Right.
It's beyond the shadow of a doubt at this point.
Like Elder Malcolm has said, it's irrevocable, man.
Right. Yeah.
That's it cannot be disputed.
It cannot.
Or debated.
There is no dispute. TKO, knockout, it's over with.
Well, Apostle Gabar said that, Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, it says in there that it's a sign unto us of who the Yasharala is, man.
Come on, man.
They seem to skip over that.
But there's, the history, the relics, the ancient bloodlines and castles and royalty and imagery of the ancient world. Come on. Get out of here, man. Stop lying.
Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from Yahweh.
Man, it was a time where I was watching the Chicago camp, and the limousine pulled up, and these Amalekites hopped out, walked up on their camp, and was like, how do y'all know this? Because we spent millions.
Yeah, I remember that.
And millions trying to bury this information, and you still got it. So through all of that, hey, we still here, and we talking shit.
Right. Straight up.
Talking the good song, man.
Verse 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
That's right. Just like in the ancient world, just like in Rome, just like in Europe, just like now. All right? Go ahead, bro.
For with their mouth they show much love.
Oh, yeah, y'all brothers is right, man. Yeah, y'all brothers got, like the dude who was, where that nigga at? I'm gonna be back, y'all.
Yeah.
Where he at?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of yeah,
brother. Shalom, bro. How many people drive by?
Yeah.
Oh, I done seen y'all brothers, Oh,
hey, they heard the honk earlier.
Yeah.
You know?
That shit ain't gonna get you into the kingdom, bro. Being a cheerleader is not gonna get you into the kingdom.
Cheerleader spirit.
Hey, when you go to a prize fight, you go to a title fight to see Mike Tyson. Right. Just because you're rooting for Mike Tyson don't make you the heavyweight champ.
Right. Yeah. You got niggas like, come on, champ. Nigga, sit your ass down. Right. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
Like rock stars, bro. We out here jamming, and nobody be listening, bro. It's not
the best song of all time.
Best song of all time. And people stop, they listen for a little bit. People come up
like, yeah, that sound,
all of that's right. Yeah, woo. We know the work is not in vain. It's getting out. But at the same time, man, the amount of Jake that motherfucked the truth, just even today, the amount of Jake that I saw ride by laughing, giggling, scoffing, so to speak. Like, you niggas deserve that. When you niggas start catching it, it's gonna be, we ain't gonna shed a tear for you.
And what do the elders always say? The people shall be willing in the day of thy power.
That's right.
So as soon as a brother, pick up one of these motherfuckers' cars, man, or you see a brother on camera heal a brother, or somebody coming by, a feeble person.
Right, cuz like, no, ain't gonna
We
be
saw
no
you
cuz,
get that man in his wheelchair.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Ain't gonna be no
That's that fake.
like,
That's that fake love, bro.
Family's nuts, man. Because the Lord gonna put that spirit on you. You might tear that nigga's arms off and beat him to death with his own shit.
Like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, like Goro would do somebody. Bam!
And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
That's right.
And
still playing the slot. Go ahead.
No, good.
They still pay the Cesare. They still want to sell. How many Jakes you know want to? Like your brother was just telling me, all his people, his pops was tight. He not doing Christmas festivities.
Yeah, like you feel me? That that birth that is done for, man.
Right.
Do you not see America?
I mean, that shit is
Do you not? You're gonna go in almost in debt. You feel me? Let's buy the meats and put up the tree and the this and buy this and buy this.
We'll
Over for some shit that's some stupid shit, man.
That's that dead Christian mentality, man.
Kill that and just put that to bed.
Yeah, no,
Motherfuckers would be like, there's good times and there's bad times. No, man, you got to measure the time.
Yeah, like the Lord says in the script, man, there's a time for everything. You know, there's a time for war, there's a time for playing, there's a time, there's a time to get married, there's a time for everything. There's a time for war. We at war right now. Straight up. Spiritual war. Straight up. Like,
and if there's a time for everything, you know what I mean? There's a time for Esau Kingdom to go.
Yeah. And that spiritual war about to turn physical, man. That's right. And a lot of Jakes is not,
they gonna get caught with their ass out.
Yeah, they lack this knowledge, and because of that, they not gonna have the wisdom and stability when shit starts going left. They gonna be running to eat.
And destroyed for a lack of knowledge, like you brought out earlier.
Part of that funnel system that's being created, where you got two options that eventually both will lead to the same place. Right. Let's go ahead, brother. You read that all the way through.
Verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them.
That's right. So for all the years that the elders was out here pushing this truth to the four winds and four corners of the earth that have reached all around the globe, where you got camps that are international, brothers, you got brothers that are coming out all over the place, speaking Hebrew, looking like Hebrew Israelites, speaking different guns. It's over with, man.
And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. It will come. It will come. Then they shall know that a prophet hath been among them, man. You'll know when this comes, man.
Y'all sitting there like, man, Mac always fucking up the party, man. He always got to say some philosophical shit while we eating bacon. This nigga always come over here fucking it up. You don't want to fuck on these hoes. And nah, man. I just ain't, no, you gonna know, nigga, why it was that way. You gonna know why we was telling you to not do this and that. Every time, every nigga who heard it and didn't listen, that's the ones they gonna be willing in the day of that power, like you said. They gonna see you, like you said, stop a damn train.
Like Hancock,
right? Like Hancock. Yeah. And they gonna be like, yo, you was right. No, nigga, you next on some Goldberg shit.
Hey, the apostles already said, man, they hopping over Esau to get on you niggas, man.
Oh, that's right. You got anything else, bro? For sure.
Oh, that's Issachar, son.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up? He came back.
Yeah, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
Y'all remember my face?
Yeah, man.
What's going on with you, man?
All right.
Good.
That's good.
That is good.
You guys are out here still.
Hey, we gonna be here. We gonna be here every week until the Lord
we can't
tells us we can't come out here no more. Until the Spirit won't let us come no more. We're gonna be out here.
So what's the scripture I should hear?
I'll bring out a little script.
Yeah, man. Give him something, man. That's cool. We was just getting ready to shut it down, but since you came back, We'll deliver something for
I
you.
don't mean to give you all that overtime hours and shit.
No, it's all good. When you clocked in on the spirit, you know, you
And we get overtime in Esau's kingdom. We
get
go get
overtime everywhere else.
Most High and unrighteous, man.
Yeah, this work ain't too grievous. We'll hang and get something for you. Got something for him?
Yeah, I got the book of Isaiah, chapter 40. We're going to start at verse 1.
Ooh.
Comfort ye my people, saith your power. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem. Now, Jerusalem was a people before it was a place. And cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she hath received of Yahweh's hand double for all her sins.
That's right.
All right? The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, everything that we have went through, man, is about to be finished, man.
Yep.
We got to keep the faith. You see what I'm saying? This world is about to end. That's why we out here comforting our people, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Turn back until your power. That's why I said, your God, your power. My comfort ye, my people. It didn't say comfort everybody. It's talking about his people, us, man. All right? From your so-called Black American all the way down to your so-called Mexican, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and everything in between, you know. So I'll get the next one.
The tribe chart is good for me.
To be a little specific, it ain't everybody, but it's all these brothers. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The northern and southern kingdoms together, the two tribes of Israel, which is our people.
And the Most High said he's going to make us a nation of kings and priests, man.
It's 12 of them, brother.
That's right.
That's 12 tribes.
That's right.
Yeah. That's right. You know. So, you know, we coming into a times, man, where we gotta overcome, all right, all this things that the beast is bringing out. All right. EU and NATO, this ancient revived Roman Empire that we living in. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, like you see, you got that eagle on you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That is a representation of this society, right? The eagle soars high above everything and looks down upon everything, right?
The highest flying bird.
All right, I'm gonna get Obadiah real quick.
That's
because the so-called white man, all right, in the scriptures, he's actually Esau, and he's not white, he's red.
Yeah, from
Jacob. Yeah. The one Esau came out red and all over like a hairy garment.
Right. The two twin brothers who the nation sprang out of are at war with, still to this day.
Yeah. And the scriptures speak about Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated, man.
And I got that in Malachi. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Because our people is like looking to God like, you know, how you love us, man. We at the bottom, right? You know, right. The so-called Native American got his land took, right? The so-called Negro came over here, you see what I'm saying, on slave ships. You see what I'm saying? The so-called Hispanic is working for little to nothing, building and cleaning these fucking white people's houses. And
Esau stole most.
Esau
stole most of your land.
Yeah,
the Louisiana Purchase, man.
Yeah, you know, Cali, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas.
Salakia.
They bought that whole territory, like from Washington State
all the way down Cali. That was all you guys, man. Arizona, New Mexico,
Utah, Colorado. It's all part of Mexico.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
So you know how them Edomites will be like, remember the Alamo, when they got their ass busted by the Hispanics for the last time. But they honor that moment because they came back with really the invention of the Gatling gun changed the course of the war for them. Yeah,
but Issachar was giving them hell.
Yeah, because the Mexican army had a cavalry that was not to be fucked with.
And they were sophisticated.
But when
they were respected.
But when you could just ride them down with a chain, it took that ability away from them.
And they was taking in a lot of runaways in slavery. Yeah. You know, see what I'm saying, in the South, man. Yeah, they were saying, "Come to Mexico, man. We got it." You feel me? Matter of fact, I want to say the first.
I think with Gad as well.
You see it? Yeah, was an Afro Latino.
Well. Yeah, some of the Gadites was going down there too.
Yeah, that bush hair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You see?
You know what it's called? You know what it's really called is woolly hair.
Yeah.
The texture like
like
this brother's hair. He got
Or-
woolly hair.
Or the elder brother right here,
Right.
he looks just like a sheep would, man. Before you shave him.
Where like realistically, like I bet if even you grew your hair, I wouldn't be totally straight. You probably got waves in it, like naturally. You got natural wavy hair.
No, it's very straight.
Is it really?
Very white.
Hey man, that don't necessarily mean you white.
Yeah,
But a lot of Hispanics get it like that curly.
I seen it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They get a lot of waviness, Puerto Ricans
especially
and
if your
Cubans.
abuelitas, you see them going back to them older generations.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know they got wavier hair, you know.
And we got Akim out in Denver. They got straight hair too, but they full of the spirit, man. Because this thing is spiritual, man.
And that's another thing. It's not about the color of our skin.
The Most High's nation is a speckled bird, man. We come in all these brothers, we all different shades, man.
And that's the spirit. Exactly,
Right.
bro.
That's right,
you know?
bro.
You know, so the Most High, see, he's trying to buy us back, man. But, you know, through the Spirit, sending down His Son, Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior, to get down, to die on the cross. He adopted us back into the good graces of the Father, man. You know, so we over here trying to do His will to the best of our ability.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wash the
So
blood
we
off
can
our
be.
hands, so to speak.
Mm-hmm,
You know, because our righteousness is filthy rags, bro.
mm-hmm.
Like, you know, we ain't none of us is perfect.
Yeah, we human.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
came from all different backgrounds. We was all into different things. You know, we share interests or this or that, but
We all fall short of the glory of the kingdom of heaven.
none
man.
of us is worthy to go to the kingdom. You know,
It's
so
all through the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, man.
We basically here out of
What you
our
call it?
Yahweh Shai. That's the true name of the Son of the Heavenly Father, which is Yahweh.
Yeshua.
Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahshua is
Yes,
Yiddish.
yes, Yiddish. There's no or sound
Right.
in the ancient Hebrew.
If you look up,
There's only two vowels, I and I.
if you go to like just the internet in general and you look up like Yiddish, it'll come up as like the language that the Israelis speak. It's a combination of like Slavic, German, I think some
Nordic,
Gaelic.
Gaelic spoken on Hebrew characters,
Right.
and really the Assyrian modern block.
So they use, and then they write it in the Assyrian Hebrew. So it has the appearance of what they like to call this is Hebrew, but it's not. You know, it's actually, it's another language being written in Hebrew. If that makes sense.
I'm gonna bring out about two more steps. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Right? That's talking about Yahweh Shai coming down, or going and being raised up. You know.
Con.
Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? All right, and in the verse 1, it says that these were the words of our God, even the prophecy. So it was prophesied that the people was going to forget the names of the Most High.
Right.
So we're coming back to the true names.
Which is why you got so much, basically like confusion now over what the name is.
There is a whole lot of confusion.
Yeah.
And
it was done on
purpose.
purpose.
Lying to you because they don't know that they're lying to you. It's because they're confusing you. And they're telling you that what they think is truth.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That
realistically, you've been taught in church to believe something that's completely not in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And then when you ask questions, they like want to put you out the church. They're like, nah, you're doing too much. It's a system. You know what?
You should get that revelation just to describe what Yahweh Shai actually looked like.
You know
man.
what? Yeah.
Because that guy that you see in the churches, he has an actual name.
You read it.
I'm talking about the long hair, the white guy. He has a name. His name is Cesare Borgia, man.
Yeah.
He's the nephew of a former pope, man. Pope Alexander.
He was the
illegitimate
son of the Pope.
Let me put it this way: Jesus was
not what you see in the church, man.
He's not white.
No, he's
blue eyes and fucking.
He's a dark skinned man with a woolly afro and a bushy beard, man.
That image was presented to the world through the Renaissance. You know what Renaissance means?
Yes.
It means rebirth. All right, it was the rebirth of the Roman Empire. That was when Edom, the so-called white man, came back into power when the Israelites that were ruling over Europe fell, and for 1,000 years they were in the caves, and they came out and took back dominion, and the Renaissance started, and they started changing the images of the judges and the priests. That's in the scriptures. That's scriptural. You ain't got to grab it.
So I
you
got
a seven?
yeah.
Go ahead,
This
bro.
is Baruch chapter 4, verse 27 and 28. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. Right. So we supposed to be crying, man, of what we're going through, because what we're going through was put upon us by the Most High. For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. See? Verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. All right? So 10 times more, man. So the Most High is putting you, and to hear this, that, now that you understand and know the real truth, man, you have to come to him with harder fervence.
Hey, y'all got that?
Yeah, bro.
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Quadash. It literally means the Lord in the name, the Son in the name, Holy Spirit.
Is that Muslim?
No,
that's Hebrew.
It's Hebrew.
Yeah. Yahweh is Hebrew for Jehovah. Jehovah is just an English translation. Yahweh Shai
meaning he is.
And Yahweh Shai meaning he is salvation. So that's why we bid each other, you feel me, blessings, all right, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In the original tongue.
Yeah, how hard, bro?
There it is, bro. Merry Christmas.
We don't celebrate Christmas.
Christmas, I didn't eat. We were coming up, so I was locked up for Christmas. And I didn't eat because of the fact that I know it was a pagan holiday.
Exactly.
And I just didn't eat because of it.
Right.
But I did watch the rest of my homies eat all the food that they gave me. And I remember being so hungry. And I was like, you know what? I'm not here. You can have my treasure.
That's
But
fast,
that
bro.
is for the Most High. And
That's a fast, bro.
Yeah, true.
Something we supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it actually brings you closer to the Most High.
Right.
To be real.
I got a quick set. You know, Christmas being a pagan holiday is actually in the scriptures. This is the book of Jeremiah, right? Chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. So he's not speaking to anybody but the Israelites. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Here you go. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with an axe.
So you ain't even supposed to go cut no damn tree down. It's completely against the scriptures, which is done on purpose. Go ahead.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
So they hang the tinsels and the ornaments all over the tree. The scriptures literally says not to do that.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
So they nail it down on a stand so that it sits and the tree has no life and it's dead and it's up in the air like an erect rod and it's got all these things.
I knew it. I knew it naturally.
I mean,
naturally, I knew it because of the fact that I prayed to that God. But the more and more that I walked in life, I started getting confirmation that that is the God that I am worshiping.
You gotta stay in that mind frame, bro.
And now that you say fastening the goddamn Christmas tree, like.
Yes,
You're
right.
supposed
Yeah,
to do that.
Yeah.
The scripture says not.
It's a big thing, especially in Colorado, to go to the woods and or get a tree, get a real tree,
buy a tree, trek out into the woods,
put gold and silver on it. Right. That's exactly what we just read.
Like two grown men. That's like what Jesus told us. Jesus told us not to.
Yeshua's that Yiddish again, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta say Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
There it is. Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, there you go. Yahweh Shai told us not to worship anything in idols. Not to worship idols.
And
the Christmas tree
is an idol.
And that's part of that wood and stone. And it's heavy in the northern kingdom, like for the Hispanics and the whitewashed like natives. They will fight you over that image of Treasury Bullshit. I've seen it. I've had Hispanic dudes run up and be like, "Why you got devil horns on Jesus?" And they be ready to fight. You know how you got that Mexican fighting spirit. They be ready to strike you up. Like, how you gonna do that to? And all along, I'm like, man, that guy is not even your people, man. He don't give a damn about you. He never did. You know, he wanted to put your people in subjection. He came to your land and shoved that image down your ancestors' throats at the edge of a spear. The reason you speak Spanish, not that you do, but the reason that Hispanics speak Spanish was done, it's a slave language. It was taught to them from Europe. The Spaniards, the conquistadors. The conquistadores.
And what does conquistadores mean? Conquerors.
Right.
They conquered.
And they came to Mexico and Central America and South America, and they raped, pillaged, and murdered. Mm-hmm. And they gave them the language of Spanish or Portuguese. That's what happened to them. And they were put into subjection. All right. Now they had all their land taken from them, piece by piece, mile by mile.
That was what was done.
Yeah, that's exactly what was done.
We can't just grab the white man. You can't just grab a white man from there because of the fact that he's white.
Right. But see, that's going to come to an end scripturally, in a spiritual manner, where brother, if you get into these scripts and you pray up, you know what I'm saying, and you lay your faith up in your Hawabashim Yahshai, and he touches you, bro, and you grow in this thing, bro, you're going to get that vengeance. Because I can tell,
for sure,
bro,
it's God.
When the Most High tells you, though, vengeance is mine, but how's he going to seek that vengeance?
He's going to use it through us.
You just look. I got the precept for you right now. Right? This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, starting at verse 14, verse 13.
Because I'm gonna tell you, bro, just before, we don't come out here because we bitching. It's like the Most High doesn't deal. The Most High doesn't deal with cowards, bro.
Yeah, looking for men.
Yes, rough.
You know what I'm saying?
Rugged men.
And you know, in the church, those that try to front like they know this, they got that effeminate, woman spirit.
Supposed to be like that, brother. No.
We was all warriors, man.
A real,
you know what I'm saying? And back in the Samson,
right.
You see what I'm saying? David,
right?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
David was gonna exterminate
these were men that was
Edomites.
killing the enemies of the Most High.
Peter himself diced off Buddy's ear when he put his hands on Yahweh.
Yeah,
sliced dude's ear off.
What did Yahweh Shah say? You know what I'm saying? He was like, it's not my time yet. You see what I'm saying? Paraphrasing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we coming into, matter of fact, let me just bring it out the script, man. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, starting at verse 12. Thus saith Yahweh, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah, the southern kingdom, your so-called Negro, Jamaica,
West Indians, Haitians,
by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. So the so-called white men, the Edomites, they revenged themselves on us. And remember, our God is a just God. Whatever a man shall reap, he shall sow, right? Verse 13, therefore thus saith Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it. I will make it desolate from Teman, and they from Dedan shall fall by the sword. Here's the point. Verse 14, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
That's right.
By the hand of my people Israel.
So, bro, we come out here because we want to be part of a select special forces unit.
That's right.
We want to be part of that unit that gets to go tear these Edomites, these so-called white men, out of their holes and deeps in the oceans when they go hide after they destroy everything. The Lord's going to bring up 144,000 men to go tear these people off. We want to be in that number, bro.
Something's coming out of the Mariana Trench. Something's coming out of it.
Hey, that could be possible. It could be Leviathan.
That's right.
Being serious.
Yeah, we're not playing either.
I saw it in my fucking sleep.
He shall pour his spirit upon all flesh, man. You know where they get the idea of Godzilla from? It's in the scriptures, man. There's
the Leviathan.
There is a sea dragon monster that the Most High is waiting to give him a feast upon the heathen of the world.
Right.
What the fuck is that?
Bro,
it's probably what you said. is to destroy those that didn't listen to him, man.
Right.
And really the
And
ones
to show
that
off-
did stuff to
to
us.
show off the power. Because you gotta understand, like when the Most High came to get us out of Egypt, bro, he hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that
he hardened Pharaoh's heart, so
just
that way
so-
he'd go out there and chase the Jews.
and just so that
And
you know why he did
fucking-
it though? Yahweh's a showman. He likes to like Muhammad Ali was. He liked to play with his
Yeah,
food.
it's theater.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
theater.
exactly.
This is the greatest movie
That you
ever
ever
written.
seen.
I love it.
You
It
damn
is.
right.
You
I
got
fucking
to.
love
You
it.
damn right.
You got to.
You gotta. That's why you love this truth. You stay in it. You know. You read the word. You stay occupied in the prophecy. This is look. I know you heard of this term before, right?
Right.
The New World Order.
Yeah.
Look at what you just said, right? You just said Egypt, Pharaoh, right? Isn't this on the back of the dollar bill?
This is
Right?
Egypt all over again, bro.
We're in
And we
Egypt
waiting
for
on
the
that
second time, man.
Exodus.
And that's going to happen. So he raised up America just like he did Egypt.
Made
And he's
it
going to
great.
destroy Egypt like he's going to destroy America, man. And it's coming very, 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 very soon.
I really appreciate you guys.
Close it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna close it now.
Yeah, it's cool,
Because
bro.
I got a lot.
Hey, that's a lot to. Yeah. We'll see you again. I have a feeling the Lord will whisper you back this way.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see you again.
You did once, and
Yeah, that's right, man. Every Sunday,
Matter
bro.
of fact, when I saw you coming and you was shining in the sun, I was like, I think that's Buddy, man.
Yeah.
I think that's
you
dude.
really think that?
Yeah. Then you came right up to us, so I was like, man, that is him. That's what's up,
Peace,
man.
brother.
Peace to you,
Peace,
brother.
brother.
You know what I'm saying? May the Lord be with you, bro.
Come.
In these coming times,
Yeah,
for real.
man. And remember the name. The name of the Father is Yahweh.
That's right.
Yeah, how?
And
Yahweh.
his son, the one that died for us, is Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
So when you pray, Father, blah, 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 in the
Yahweh.
name of Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Amen.
Amen.
All right?
Mine. Catch
Peace.
you, brother. Khan. Hey, man, that was beautiful. You know, yeah, it was. You know, Lord willing, the lesson today was edifying. You know, with all things we've said. First and foremost, we would like to continue to always give praise unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakak, Wadash.
All right. We'd also like to give double honors unto the elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel, whether you can accept that or not. All right. And a sincere and deep shalom to our fellow laborers and Akim who are out there pushing this word to the four corners and four winds of the earth. All right, as well as the Akim that apply to the speckled bird prophecy, and the sincere Akwith that are out there listening and learning in silence and subjection. To you, we say shalom. All right. And a Bible ball. I don't know how to stop right at the end.
Yeah.
Man, now I'm going to